Yeah! Alright, well this is the Day 13 edition of the FIFA World Cup 2010. And I wanted to go in and starting out, do the, probably the most exciting game of the tournament. That could be because, I'm American and stuff. And that was the U.S. over Algeria. Now Algeria started with a monster shot that ricocheted off the crossbar, letting the U.S. know that it meant business. And you could sense that the desperation was in the air as the game progressed. And Algeria actually had more shots on goal in this game alone than it had in the previous two games combined. The U.S. did outshoot Algeria 22-19, but there was many opportunities for both teams. Both teams in this had a chance to advance with a win. So in the 21st minute, it looked like the U.S. would take the lead when Dempsey scored off a Gomez deflection. But offsides was called. Replay showed that Dempsey was not offsides. If anything, at worst, he was even in front of the defender as opposed to being behind him. So all of a sudden now you've got two goals in a row that the U.S. scored that were disallowed. And you get a feeling of this, that there's something going on here or something's wrong. And speaking from a U.S. standpoint, hey, if you don't like the U.S. or whatever, you think we're gluttonous, narcissistic, we stick our noses in places that don't belong, we bully ourselves onto people or push our thoughts and policies on people, that's fine. Tell us up front and say, hey bro, you're not going to win the tournament. We're not going to go for you. Sorry. Then that's cool. At least we know up front. But don't do it to us on the field. I mean, that's wrong. It's crap. Saying how it is. I mean, anyway, Dempsey again would have another one bang off the crossbar. Altidore would miss shots. Both Altidore and Donovan would miss a shot at the same time. I mean, it was becoming increasingly heated as the time progressed. It was getting more desperation time. It had everything in there. They had all these chances. I mean, Coach Bradley finally put in Buttle. And everybody had been wondering when they were going to put him in, and instantly you could see a difference with the way he was able to pass, with the way he was able to, with his footwork, his ability to do all that attacking style. And England then forced the issue by taking the lead over Slovenia, which made it even worse. Now the U.S. had to win to advance. Thanks a lot, England. There, good job there, buddy. Enjoy that Germany draw. Anyway, now the U.S. needs to win to advance. And finally, in the 90th minute, in stoppage time, Landon Donovan hits in a kick that Altidore had shot to Dempsey. Dempsey goes to hit it, collides with the goalie, and he wasn't the only one. There was another, the Algerian player slammed into his own goalie. Donovan comes in and cleans up that and gets the goal. And this is the first time ever that the United States got a point in the third game of a group. It was the first time that the United States has won the group since 1930. So, I mean, it was a great game for U.S. soccer. Could have been one of the worst games ever for U.S. soccer had they not won, because that goal being disallowed would have been done. I would have been done with soccer, I'll be honest with you. Football, I'd have been done. I'm not going to follow a sport that, has crap like that. It's bad enough that the scores are as low as they are. I mean, you see the passes, you see the pageantry of it and stuff like that, but when you got cover your ears if you're on bullshit calls going on, it's kind of hard to support something like that. Sorry. Okay, on to the next one. England takes the second spot in Group C with a 1-0 win over Slovenia. It was an even match as opposed to shots. You know, they both had 13 apiece. 7 legit shots for England and 6 for Slovenia. And the game was decided in the 23rd minute when Defoe put in a Milner cross. Now Rooney, Defoe, Gerrard, Johnson, all these guys, Lampard, all had shots on goal. You could tell England was pushing the pace. And you could also see the actual talent of England coming out in this game. They were actually showing you that they could pass, that they could run, that they could do all the stuff that they didn't do in the game before. And, you know, as I said, all those other guys had their chances. They came up a little light, but England does go on to advance. So kudos to England for that, you know. And yeah, thanks for putting the pressure on that goal. But you had to do that. You had to do at least a draw, at minimum. Now, in the third game, Australia beat Serbia 2-1 in a game that really amounted to nothing more than just pride not playing, because they weren't advancing. They weren't going to go on in this. After a dull first half, both sides started opening up the scoring, and it started with Australia on goals by Cahill on a header in the 69th minute, and then Holman hammering a shot from about 25 yards out in the 73rd. Pantelic's goal in the 84th set off a panic as Serbia realized, oh wow, we can still get back in this. If we get a draw, we've got a shot. We can make it. We can put ourselves in the tournament. So you had that, and it was kind of cool to see happen. And Serbia actually outshot Australia 23-17. So, and they had more time of possession, 55% of the time to 45% of the time. So some bad breaks. They wind up losing. They had a shot with the tie to advance. They didn't get the job done. They're out of the tournament along with Australia. Germany, in need of a win to ensure that it advanced in its group, got that in the 60th minute when Mesut Ozil crushed a shot from 30 yards out. I mean, he was out there. And he blasted it. And it went past the Ghana goalie, Richard Kingston. And Ghana was given a gift from Australia once they found out, you know, they beat Serbia. Once they did that, Australia, you know, they didn't really have a shot. I mean, if they won, they needed to win by like 10 goals. You know, because Ghana had the goal advantage. They had scored more goals, and that 4-0 beatdown that they took from Germany in the first game didn't help them. So once all the smoke cleared and everything, you see that the U.S. won the group, England took second, Germany wins the group. Was it Group D? I don't know what group it is. And Ghana takes second. So it's going to be U.S. Ghana and Germany England are going to go up against each other. And then I think U.S. Ghana, Germany England. They're going in there. And Slovenia, Algeria, Australia, and Serbia are now out of the tournament. Okay? Well, more interesting stuff there going on, and my Italians aren't doing too good today. Okay, well, yeah, I'll talk about that later. All right. Well, hey, this is Big Ragu. I'm out.